from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. It's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Daniel Jones and the Miami Dolphins taking on Trevor Lawrence and the Buffalo Bills.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the first overall pick from a couple of drafts ago, former Clemson Tiger Trevor Lawrence.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Lawrence going to put it up right away. And he will find his man on the outside. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now the second-year man from Louisiana. Here's Elijah Mitchell. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They run with a second-round pick from Iowa State. This is Breece Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. But taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 23 carries, 104 yards, and a score as well.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Throwing Jones. Olave holds it in. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. They'll run with Hall. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Hall again. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Breece Hall. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The numbers last week for Mitchell. 16 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 3rd down and 2.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 15. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And it'll be Dolphin football. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
Well, this defense for the Bills, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Jones. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. The Dolphins at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Jones buying time to his left. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 33 yards that time. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones forced out to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Jones now off the play fake. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Chris Olave, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They go play action now. Lawrence finds his tight end Ingram, and they're going to get this up to midfield.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains, because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. But when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. And this one is no good. He missed it. And the deficit will hold pat at 13.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong, only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity. That's our bread and butter. That's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. And I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turn into a heck of a DB, though, partner.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now Jones on first down. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw there taken in by Smith. He'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Jones, off play action, out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
And now out come the Bills. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
And his throw here's incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Lawrence steps away to his left. And this is into the hands of Campbell downfield. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play here for Buffalo. 43 yards.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Back to the same target, Campbell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Lawrence going to throw again. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Now Lawrence to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Lawrence going to keep it. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. They'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run with Mitchell. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Going for it, it's Mitchell. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Bills get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Fulk connects on the extra point, and it's now 13-7. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. So we have reached halftime, and what's a no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Here's Jones throwing to start the drive. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Off the bootleg. Jones on the move to his left. Smith brings it in, going across the middle. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It was Jadeveon Clowney who got upfield for the stop.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind. He's got a man, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A game there of 30 big ones. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. So the new weapon just picked up via the trade, making an impact here right away.
And what you like about getting guys who catch passes, you don't have to spend a lot of time in the playbook. You just tell them to dial up a route and get the ball in their hands.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
Looking to throw. Jones. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the sack.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
On 2nd and goal. Jones flush to his right, and he whips that one incomplete there. Trying to get that one to Chris Olave, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Back to throw. Jones. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a 1-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Butker's kick here is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. Looking at it from defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Over the middle, he's got his tight end, Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They go play action with Lawrence. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Fred Warner, first-time All-Pro in 2020, in on the stop defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Lawrence to throw. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Elijah Mitchell with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead is down to 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And this one's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
This one taken in by Olave. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Back now in Miami, and that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
Trying the right side with Mitchell. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Oh, no, he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. So here's Nick Folk in an important spot. This for a 4th quarter lead. Folk's kick is good, and the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Dolphins offense returning to the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Jones now throwing to start the drive. He's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jones flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Brandon, a good idea there on third down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Back to throw again. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Breece Hall, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Jones throwing for it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. So the Bills now down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. They'll have one play, maybe two, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Hall want to give up the middle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Breece Hall, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
Into the hands of Ingram. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now Lawrence. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Throwing to start the drive. Jones, flush to his right. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Bills are going to have it here just past the 25. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Lawrence. This will be caught. Judy. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Again, it's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then hands. He's got a man. Complete. 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. 0-3 would have been bad. You get to 1-2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself. You think to yourself, okay, we're still in the playoff hunt. We're not out of it at 0-3. But the other part, too, it leads to doubt about your system, leads to doubt about your coaches. They don't have to worry about that now. They can move forward.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The